What's going on, J2C channel? I have some interesting news from Stellar that they just posted. A layer 2 payment channel protocol. It's called Starlight. They just posted this on their Twitter the other day, not too long ago. And if you guys are very interested in Stellar, I suggest you stay well informed. Anything I give you here is not financial advice. This is just me giving you the details, the information, so you guys can do your own research and you guys can make your own educated judgment on whether to buy, sell, or hold. I will not tell you to do that. But if you are interested in learning about stellar lumens, I suggest you follow the pages, FCC, the government. I suggest you follow their own Twitter. This is particularly one that they posted and talked about on the 5th and the 6th. And let me show you exactly what this is. So Starlight is a layer 2 payment channel protocol for Stellar. It is something that is rather important for Stellar because they show their capabilities, but they also add a burning mechanism and they add a fee here. So why am I talking about the fees? So this could essentially be free, right? Stellar could be 100% free. However, adding a layer of fees also helps the network from just blowing up, right? Because if it's 100% free, we could do, and it says right here, they can do up to 1 million payments per second between two users. So could you imagine if there was no fees? Just, we could send payments back and forth all day long, just millions of transactions per second. It would flood the system, it would cause it to crash, right? Whereas if you added a fee to it, you kind of add a cap to that. So now, what are they going to be doing with these fees? This is very important, right? Because there is no mining here. It's just people who are running the network who want to make the world a better place. They don't necessarily want the fees. But what are they going to be doing with these fees, right? So you can go through all this, but at the very bottom, they talk about what they're going to be doing with their fees. And essentially, all the fees that are collected through Stellar Network are going to go to a dead wallet. They're going to be burned. So the circulating supply is going to become less and less as it gets used. So again, that is fantastic to me, right? Because I've always wondered where, what's going to happen if people just stop using it? Like that's the price is going to drop, it's going to tank. But the fact that the world wants to use Stellar and there is now a burning mechanism for this, mind blown. Like it's just going to cause an increase in price over and over again as it gets transacted. So imagine Stellar becomes the primary way for you to get paid through your job. Well, I mean, all these payments are going to go to people and millions of transactions are going to happen. And each time that there's a transaction, there's going to be a small fee. And that fee is going to put these Stellars into a dead wallet. Eventually, the price is going to skyrocket. I wish I could give you my vision of how bullish I am on stellar lumens. Again, this is not financial advice. I'm giving you my own opinion. This is Jose's opinion. So I think stellar is just going to skyrocket. It's going to boom. And I think a lot of people are going to miss out on this train because it's been so sideways and so low for so long. They don't realize what's going on and they're only going based on hype and what's on Reddit and what people are talking about, but they don't realize how incredibly amazing Stellar and XRP are and for what they are. I mean, again, they did this much with absolutely zero spending on marketing. They may have created a little bit here and there, a couple videos, as you can see on their Twitter. They have a few things here, but it's still an amazing product. And what they've managed to accomplish without the marketing is just mind-blowing, right? And so as we progress through 2022 and 2023, you're going to really see the US government jump on board with these two, and they're going to start to go a little bit more public with this. And that's when I think you're going to see these booms happen. Even before that, right? Remember to always buy the rumor, sell the news, right? And with this, I'm going to go to a little bit of a back out plan, right? Because you can't just go in and buy, and then sell, because you really need a backup plan, right? And so whenever you go into something, you have to understand how to play the game. so that you don't lose your profits, because anything that you don't understand is risky. Crypto in general is a high risk, but if you know how to play the game, just like in stocks, the risk becomes less and less. So let me give you an example. Let's say I bought here. This is at about 30 cents, right, for XRP. And it shot up, it boomed. Right, so now from 30 to 78 cents, let's say I wasn't paying attention for a few months and it dipped again. Now, would I sell here at 21? No. This is where either I have the opportunity to either accumulate more or just hold, right? And then it shoots up again. Again, that you bought it at around 30, so would I sell it at 37? Probably not. And then imagine it started to shoot up again. And at this point, it's 52 cents. You can either make a decision here, sell 20%, sell 10%, something, get your money back so that you're only playing with the money that you once didn't have. Now you're playing with the money that you've earned. And while you, even if you invested, let's say $1,000, sell $1,000 worth, or sell 10% only, retain 90% of what your initial investment was. And now you've made some profit. But now let's say it goes up and it continues to go up and down here. What I would have done is I would have waited till I've seen significant gains from 57 if I decided to sell. Me personally, I would have probably sold a very little bit, right? But if I'm not paying attention and it just kind of sideways action and I'm not seeing it really drop, I would hold, right? What you're looking for is these plateaus, because if you're seeing a dip and you sell, you're going to lose. Like imagine if I bought it at 30 cents, it went up to 60, 70, what is this here, 71, and I started to go down and then I sell. Well, I mean, I've only made 34, let's say around here, 34. I made 4 cents. Whereas if I just held, it would have stayed here. And this is what you're really looking for these plateaus. So again, I wouldn't sell here at these prices because say, let's just assume that I sold at 57, 10%. I want it to go much higher than that, right? So again, if I would have just held, look at this price action. Let's say it went up to almost $2. At this point, I would have probably sold 30%. So out of the 100% that I put in, I would have sold already 10% once, and I'm already playing with the money that I've gained. I'm not losing any of my personal money. I would have sold 20, 30% here, knowing around this range. And now you've already got massive gains. And you see it come back up, come down, Again, I would not buy more here. This is after something like this, I would not buy more. You remember, you buy the dip. And so you see this little plateau created here, and that's where you want to sell a small percentage of it. And so now it's going to drop back down. It goes down to 90. Let's say you see a massive tank and it goes down to 90. Okay, at this point, I would say, okay, you know what? I'm still above 30 cents that I initially bought it at. I'm going to sell another 10%. So again, I'm selling it at $1 around here. Let's just say $1 to be safe. And whereas I bought it in 30 cents, I'm already over 3x on my initial investments. Another gain, another win, another earn. And it goes back down. I would hold the rest here. Once I saw this go back up, I would sell another 20, 30%. Or if I was bullish long term, like most of us are on these coins, you buy it when it comes down here in these ranges. These are the areas you want to buy, because let's be honest, you're never going to buy. It's very rare that you're ever going to buy the bottom, and you're ever going to sell the top at the very top. Usually these things happen so quickly that most of us miss it. But understand that these are accumulations. These are the selling points. But if you really want an exit strategy, you sell at the highs with your profit. If it goes below what you paid, do not sell. Just hold, right? These are safe. Cryptos are safer than most of the other meme coins and some of the other things. Why? Because they have utility. And they're definitely going to be used by the governments and the banks. So this is something that you definitely want to keep an eye on, because it will explode. But in case you wanted to get out, this is how you get out. You sell percentages. You don't sell everything. Because now let me back up a bit. Let's say you sold everything right here at 64 cents. Wow, I doubled my money. Yeah, and that's technically a win. It's not a great exit strategy because you could have done more. here where I would have sold 10%, and then look at this price here. Now I sold 30-40% here, so now I only have about 50 to 40% of what my initial investment was, but I sold it at so high. And then when it dropped, you can choose to sell again here because you're still above, let's say another 10%. Now you're down to, let's just say 30% of your initial investment. Even if you sold it here at the bottom, you're still winning. You're still making gains. It's almost double what your initial investment was. But let's say you hold on to those last 30% and it goes up. Now around this range here, you could sell it again. And again, you're still selling it at a higher price. And that is how you make an exit strategy. You sell at these highs. Same thing happened with AMC, GameStop. A lot of people just sold. They feared they wouldn't come back. And look at, if you see the actual prices, they boom. And if you would have held on to them, you would have made a ton of money on these shorts. But that's something that I think is very important for people to learn, where to sell, the exit strategies. I've seen where people buy a bunch and they just want to get out. They sell it. They don't think about it. They'll take their losses and walk away. Not really a good strategy. I mean, you can do what you want. You can make your own decisions. But me personally, I use this strategy to make an exit on a cryptocurrency. Unless, of course, there's some serious news that you think the whole system, the whole cryptocurrency is going to be shut down. Because that's something that also you want to be careful of coming into 2022. You want to be careful for coins that are going to lose. Every coin can't do the same thing, compete with each other and last, right? Eventually one is going to be a winner. I believe I heard some news the other day. I forgot where I saw it, probably somewhere on YouTube, that Solano coin had another DDoS attack. You can't, like, how do you hack a cryptocurrency with a DDoS attack? That to me shows that the coin grew faster than the technology, and I strongly think that that's going to be one of the losers. I'm sorry if you were invested in that, but I think Solano is going to be a loser in the future, especially if you're able to hack it now. So again, I hope this information was very valuable to everybody. Again, if you have not subscribed to this channel and you found this information useful, subscribe, hit the like button. I have a lot of views, very few likes, very few subscribes. I'm trying to get to my goal of reaching 100 subscribers. So if you guys like this information, like this content, definitely please subscribe below, hit the notification button, and I'll keep you up to date on the latest info. All right, guys, I'll see you in the next move.